So, Bess, tell me about life before Josh got here.
I had a lot more free time and more space. I thought I was playing better actually too. I don't know, it was just kind of a bother, honestly.
What's it like rooming with this plug?
Well, I mean, the guy can't clean up after himself. He leaves garbage all over the room. I lived with him last season, same thing, would just trash the room, not clean up after himself. He stays up till about 4 in the morning watching SpongeBob all night.
This week, we closely examine the term billet family from 2 different perspectives on this home away from home edition of Beyond the Bench.
Toyota, let's go places.
In order to progress in skill and experience, a high-level hockey player must face an inevitable reality that one day, sooner or later in his career, he will need to move away from home. Bighorns players are no exception to this reality, and no matter where they come from, there are 2 aspects a player must face simultaneously. First, the more familiar aspect is the game of hockey itself. The grind of practice, training in the gym, and game time competition are all comfortable reminders of a player's sense of self while being away from home. The second and most uncomfortable aspect is familiarizing oneself with new surroundings, most especially with a new set of friends and, of course, a host family. Meet the Fraser family. Brad and his wife Jessica, along with their 2 children, have opened up their home to not just one Bighorn, but 2. Forward Brendan Bessay from Globe, Arizona, and Josh Schur from Winnipeg, Manitoba. 2 roommates from near polar opposite points of North America who lived together while playing in Whitefish, Montana last season. You didn't just go 1, now you've got 2.
We started out with 1,
Okay.
and then it was a surprise. We need a host family for somebody else, and they're really good friends, and we're lived together last year, and so it was definitely like, okay, now we have 2, but they're
perfect.
Just one evening with the Frasers and their players will give you the sense that these 2 groups from different walks of life were made for each other. A perfect fit for family and player is essential to the entire billet process, which becomes a pillar of stability for an entire season.
When they try to match you up with your family, if you really are into certain other sports and they're also in common. I mean, Bess loves dogs and we have 3 dogs. So they try to match you up as well as they can based on the things that you like, have in common, family values, and those sorts of things. So it's not like they're just going to throw some kid at you.
The Fraser family is given a stipend each month from each player, which helps them provide essential food and shelter to these 2 junior hockey veterans. For billets, it's the chance to provide an experience to their own family that in return gives them another family member for the season, which almost always evolves into having a new son or brother for the rest of their lives.
It's rewarding, honestly. Also, you get to see these men grow. You get to see the ups, the downs, the fun. You get to see them go from wins to losses, hardships. I mean, it's a blast.
When we go watch all the Bighorns games, and they went and watched him play, and so it's they're a part of our family. We cook dinner, we ask them how things are going.
And as you've noticed, it's always fun.
Yeah, there's no
Never a
lack
dull
of
moment.
Entertainment. They'll come home and they'll be like, look at our thrift store finds and their $2 suits and their Enterprise shirt.
Yes.
If anybody were to say, would you recommend doing it? I'd say yes. Not only are you giving back to the community, especially if you're a hockey family, your kids get to see positive influences, positive behaviors, seeing that there is teammates and sportsmanship and camaraderie that goes along with playing hockey. And a lot of these young kids aspire to be that. And so I think it's great for our kids to see that, and they absolutely adore our hockey players, and they're a part of our family.